What's going on, folks? Hope you're having a wonderful night or day. Welcome back to the party. It took me a couple of days to get ready for this because I wanted to make sure I got through as much of the content as I possibly could, but I wanted to showcase the latest DLC for Wartales called the Fief. Now, if you're not familiar with this DLC, it adds the ability to manage your own, fiefdom, like your own castle, essentially. You have your own subjects, you have like a resource system that you need to maintain. There's a pretty complex system to it. Right now on Steam, it's been getting pretty negatively reviewed, and I haven't really looked at the reviews yet because I wanted to kind of experience it unbiased and give my unbiased opinion. And I can see probably why there's some negatives to it. When you're first starting this out, it's quite a grind, and it's not really like a fun grind either. I would say it's more like in kind of an annoying grind. One thing that does kind of suck about it as well is that you're able to go into these buildings that you build, for example, like the mercenaries inn. So in here, when you talk to the innkeeper, you can rest, you can sing with your bard to get like more currency, which is great, but you can't necessarily, you can't use your own currency to rest here. You have to use the kingdom's currency, which is a little tough because when you're first starting out especially, it can be very hard to grind this kingdom currency, and then there's not really anything to do with the kingdom currency besides spend it on your fief. Like, it would be nice if you could actually buy food and drinks and stuff in here with the kingdom currency, and then or also transfer that currency into real currency in the game like you can in the Tavern DLC. So like the crowns here, if I go into my tavern right now, I do like the fact that at least you can manage your fiefdom from afar like you can the tavern. That part is pretty nice. But if I go into the tavern and I go into the tavern management, I can withdraw some of this currency from my tavern and turn it into those crowns. And I really love the system that they have for that. I understand to a degree why, maybe doing it for the fiefdom could be a little overpowered because, you can start once you get to like where I'm at currently, you're able to start generating a lot of the kingdom currency through doing like the missions where you can, like, these are a bunch of random NPCs that I recruited and just sent here to the garrison, and these guys are usable on these different missions, and these missions will give you this kingdom currency, quite a bit of it, and you'll also get the kingdom currency just normally by doing the like the missions that'll pop up from time to time that your subjects will come to your throne room for. You'll also get it through the tax system that they have. So turning it into real currency might be a little overpowered, but at the same time, I feel like if you're managing a castle, then you should be able to reap the rewards from that. So I think you should be able to get something that you can bring back to the real game. Now, there are some benefits that you can bring back to the real game. If we go into the militia barracks, I'd say this is the most prominent one. But what you can do is, let's say you talk to the master at arms here, then you can train a troop. So like if you have a new person that you're recruiting, you can train them to be the same level as your troop. Wait, sorry. Yeah, you can train them to be the same level as your current troop or your party. So that part is nice. That guy can be trained up to level 11. That's fun. You can also generate a duplicate of these different people that you recruit. So this guy, I think he's the last person in the garrison right now. If I wanted to imitate one of the people in my party, I'd have to put them in the garrison, and then I can imitate them, and then a new recruit will join the inn, and then the following elements will be similar: class, level, attributes, and skills. And then I could take them out of the garrison and put them in my real party if I wanted to. So that's one benefit that you can use with this kingdom system. You can also reproduce different weapons and armor. So like if I wanted to duplicate this one, although this looks like it costs real coins, so that part is interesting actually. So I think I kind of get what they're going for. I think they're kind of going for a balance perspective because, they probably feel like it'd be too overpowered to have these kingdom crowns is usable to earn this stuff, but it's like I feel like you should be able to bring some of this back into the real world, and that's probably where a lot of the mixed reviews are coming, or a lot of the negative reviews are coming from. Because one thing you can do is if you go into the supply section down here, as you start to generate these different resources by, like, for example, going into my farm, I'm generating milk, cheese, and grease, and I can modify these, and these will kind of play a part in what's going on up here at the top left. So I need a little bit more food, for example, so I'll probably turn one of these into a different one. Let's see, grease. Yeah, or maybe I'll just lower the taxes. Yeah, probably I'll just do that. No, this works actually. So that's fine. So I can turn that into perch, and then if I go into supplies, then anything that I'm already generating, like the perch, for example, then I can use that to send back to my party. But the thing is like the stuff that you generate, none of this stuff is like actually high value. Like I have my forge fully leveled up, and if I go in here, some of the most advanced stuff that I can build is like the pittons, the chains, the iron ore, and then if I send that back to my troop, it's like that's not really going to do me a whole lot, because when you get to a certain stage in the game, you're going to start getting a lot of those resources anyway. So I think the negative reviews are really twofold. Like if we were able to actually generate some very high tier stuff, like maybe some high tier armor, and then send that to our troop, or high tier weapons, high tier material like ethereite, or that new one that starts with the V. If we could generate some of that stuff, that would probably be a lot better. If we could use the kingdom currency to buy this food, for example, that would be good too. I guess I didn't remember seeing this actually, so I guess you can actually buy the food at least. But yeah, even if it's at a lower rate than the tavern, it'd be really cool if you could actually utilize the kingdom currency to turn it into real currency. And train a crown and profession, so yeah, I can do that. I don't know if that's worth it. That's a lot of time and a lot of currency just to go from experience to journeyman. I mean, who knows? That's not super bad. That part is useful. That one's really useful. That's a long time to wait though. But to kind of show off how the system works, so when you first start out, you're going to start out with just the dungeon district. It's going to look just like this cemetery right here. So I'm going to go ahead and renovate this. And so you start out with the dungeon district, then you move into like these two districts here. So I think it starts out with this one. After you're 5 levels up past a certain point, you can get the militia district, or you can actually choose between if you want this to be the militia district, the merchant district, or the university. And then the merchant district, and then eventually the knowledge district. These are kind of interchangeable as well. There's only 3 choices for the districts that you build. And yeah, it's basically just the order that you place them in, and then what buildings are inside. But I think I did hear, like, as far as negative comments go, that was one of the big ones, is that I think that was on like their default Wartales page, is like one of the things that was negative about it. I think I might have seen that on YouTube as well, is that you don't really have a whole lot of customization when it comes to your keep. You know, it's like you do to a certain degree when it comes to these resources up here and generating those, but that's not actually gonna, it's not, you're not really doing anything different. It's not really unique. It's like you can't change the design of your keep or anything like that, which would be really nice to see. But if I add this cemetery here, then this is going to act as like a new district. So essentially what's going to happen here is now I can build 2 new buildings, and then my 5 levels increase. So my 5 levels is at the maximum now. So this is the end point. When you get to this, you're done. So I've already got a stable. I could go apothecary's office. Just say screw it. Do that, and then maybe the farm. That's what I'm thinking. I might go ahead and just do the apothecary's office. I mean, I don't know how I feel about the apothecary's office being on the outside though. It feels a little weird. I could do double farms. I've already got 2 forges. I could also do, let's see, a caravan trading post right there. That could work. Yeah, do that. And then, let's see. And then right here, I could do a second farm. Yeah, we don't need no medicine. So there also is a like a rating when it comes to like how effective at military you are, trade and economy, mystery and wisdom, crime and chaos. The buildings that you put up and the stuff that you generate out of these buildings, it all plays a part in this. I'm gonna go ahead probably and upgrade the cemetery here. Well, let's enter it first. Let's see what we got inside here. Oh, lost companions. Oh, we can bury them here? Oh, that's dark, but makes sense. So let's go ahead and upgrade this, and then we'll be able to upgrade the stuff around it. Farm's going up to level 2. So this costs kingdom currency, and we're going to be able to generate more food and stuff. That's going to be useful for this thing up here. Upgrading the caravan trading post. Okay, so we select that, then we can choose what we want to generate. So let's see here. That these two right here, these are the ones I'm going to get the most benefits of trading with, because I actually am on very good terms with these two kingdoms. So I will stick to those. Let's see. So I'll generate... Oh yeah, I'll go ahead and generate this probably, right? So generate food, defense, food and trade goods. Food, trade goods, and meat. Ooh, meat is looking good. Let's do meat on one. And I kind of want to ally with these guys, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do another trade route to them. And I'm thinking... I need something with knowledge, honestly. Yeah, no, I'm going to switch this. I need something knowledge-based. Harag... Mosquito thing, probably. Or, ooh, Professor Hourglass. That's exactly what I need. Okay. Yep, that's perfect. And then once you're able to actually ally with one of these kingdoms, because what's going to happen is when you get to like this stage right here, like +9, they're going to send a representative to your keep, and then you'll go into the throne room. You'll see what they want. It's usually a mission, and then you do that mission, and then you're able to ally with them. And that's something I still need to get going, as a matter of fact. So I'm thinking for this... Yeah, we could probably go ahead and do brandy. I might do 2. I'll do brandy and beer. So this is going to keep us occupied for a long while. I could also upgrade all 3 of these if I wanted to, like right now, and I might as well actually. Yeah, why not? So now we're really going to be rolling in the dough on this one. So, okay, yeah, and then I could use some more knowledge and food, I suppose. For the last one here. Gothenburg hasn't gotten some love. We'll give him a little something something. Okay. And then that's showcasing that portion. So you can also enter the university here. Oh yeah, I guess I should upgrade these 2 at some point, huh? 1400 and... Oh, dang. Okay. I overshot things.
This place is How can the scholars be of use to you, my lords? Does one of your companions wish to join in our studies?
This is kind of useful as well. You know, being able to learn positive traits for your companions. There are benefits to it. It's just, you know, the kingdom system. It's just that I can see where people are probably coming from. This one, you can like ask the explorer to decipher the location of sepulcher. I had to hear him say it. Yeah, so you can do that. Decipher a codex. That's pretty cool too. But yeah, there probably needs to be a little bit more in there, a little bit more oomph. It's kind of just like a little bit of a mini game. You know, you don't really take a whole lot of the stuff out into the open world with you. And that could be a big part of, you know, why things are kind of negative right now. But I do like it. I like the concept of it. I always enjoy when games give you the ability to have any kind of kingdom management, no matter how big or small. But I think it just needs to be touched up here and there, and you know, give us some more features based around it, give us some more customization, and then we're going to be sitting pretty. Because even the tavern has more customization than this. It's like all of the stuff that's in the tavern right now, like you can design where the tables go, you can design like where the bard is, that will help with making sales at each shift. You can decide where the bouncers are, all these decorations, the floors, the walls, you can paint those. So there's a lot of customization in the tavern system, and that just kind of needs to be transferred over to the kingdom management. But that's going to be all for now, folks. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought about this DLC if you've already tried it, and have a good one, folks.